Alright, so out of all the underground rappers who blew up from the 2021 TikTok era, like Slum6, Tana, and Young Chris, there's only one I would say that has truly evolved, and his name is Che. Che would begin making music in 2020, and in 2021 he would release his most viral song ever, Agenda. Agenda would rake in almost 50 million streams on Spotify, and all because of TikTok. It wouldn't be until 2022 when Che would release his first project. On May 1st, Che would release his debut mixtape 3. 3 is a really short project with only 4 songs on it, but all the tracks hit. This project is just classic Che at its finest. Also, I'm a big fan of the old Che. I love the faster flows and the classic glow beats. The third song on the album, 007, has a feature from Specific. His verse was alright, but my favorites off 3 are City. And 9. But for Che's debut album, I'll give it a respectable 6 out of 10. If it was longer, I could maybe give it a 7. But anyways, moving on to Che's second project, X, or Closed Captions version 1. X was an album that was unfortunately never released, probably because it was leaked before Che could drop it himself. But this is genuinely one of his best pieces of work. Honestly, such a shame it was never released. Also, this is the first time Nate CXO would have produced songs for Che, and yeah, he'll be more important later. But we also see some props from Soulja Spirits, One Victim, and Malachi. The only complaint I have for X is the fact that Rich and Mary is on the album, another stain on the underground music that won't go away. Anyway, some of my favorites off of X are Foreign, featuring Yalpo JJ. Can You Hear Me? And Number. Honestly, a great album. I recommend you give it a listen on SoundCloud. I give it an 8 out of 10. Che's third release would mark the beginning of a new era for Che. Closed Captions would finally be released on July 21st, 2023. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be this good. At the time, this and osamason were all I was listening to. Closed Captions was entirely produced by Nate CXO, and I had really never heard the producer up until the release of this album. I wouldn't say he's a boolymon clone or anything like that, but his beats are really distorted in a way like boolymon, but with a more ethereal sound to them. Closed Captions is by far my favorite Che album to date, with tracks like Frank Ocean, Sativa,
I see bitches, yo, I did not see the extent of my league. Her name shots, but I ain't lit up body. Oh, really? Cat that nigga silly. I've been for a killing. Need penicillin.
and probably my favorite Che. 8.5 out of 10. Before we get to Che's next album, on October 11th, 2023, we would get an EP called For Crueger to hype us up for his next project. It would only feature 2 songs on it, Japan and Tony Tony. I think Japan is a pretty good track and a nice teaser for what was to come, but nothing much else to say here, so let's move on. Crueger would be released on October 31st, 2023, and with a Freddy Krueger themed album cover. Krueger being the play off the classic horror film Nightmare on Elm Street. My favorite thing about this album is the heavy Chief Keef inspiration, like on the track That's My Type. Krueger was entirely produced by Nate CXO, just like Closed Captions was. In all honesty, it's not my favorite project from Che, but not a bad one either. The production is mostly what we'd come to expect from Che and Nate, with the crazy distorted glow beats, but some of my favorites are Right Now,
I chill off for little baby, said she want me right now. Oh, my brother, let me know. No frown. Baby, girl, come here, let me take you down.
Say So,
Yeah, I'm better than time, stop breathing. Yeah, good, my plan come for the season. Yeah, fuck freestyle house every week. That shit get real clogged in.
and That's My Type.
Niggas like how you put that shit on, I got that shit. Niggas like how you stole my whole bitch, I got that bitch. Got a belly of a beast, if I see some guap, I buy that bitch. Niggas like why you spend all that guap on her, I like that bitch.
Overall, I'd give Krueger a 7 out of 10. On August 30th, 2024, Che's highly anticipated Saysosays would finally be released. Although I'm probably one of the few that doesn't like this album all that much, I don't objectively think it's a bad album. Also, Che would produce most of his songs himself, but Nate CXO would help collab on some of the tracks. Along with producers Runa and Saska, production is everything you would come to expect from Che. I'm just not a fan of the weird electronic sound Che was going for on some of the tracks, but I see why many people do like it. Some of the songs I like of a Saysosays are Don't Tell No One,
Fuck love, says don't say shit. Hey, love, says don't say shit. We not shit, this nigga ain't shit. But we ain't the same, we ain't him.
You don't fuck with me no more.
Yeah, you don't want me no more. It's catching this like Tony Romo. And twist your shit, yeah, from the logo. Bullets vibe out like yo.
And pissy coffee. I'll give Saysosays a 6 out of 10. And that's all for now from Che. I don't know, maybe I was just disappointed in Saysosays because of how good closed captions was. But one thing about Che is he's always changing it up and coming up with a new sound. And I'm excited to see what he comes out with next. Whatever it is, I'll definitely be listening to it. Anyway, that's it for now. Catch you later.